Bruins lose 2-1 in the Bruins secure a point but lose a 2-1 game against the Vancouver Canucks in overtime in quite possibly one of the most infuriating games the Bruins have played so far this season. Welcome back to Into the Den. I'm your host, Jay Freeman, and I didn't expect that with Marchand and McAvoy being back this game, and the fact that this is one of the first games that the Canucks have had with their new head coach, Bruce Boudreau. I did not expect that this game would be as sloppy as it was. One thing that is becoming increasingly evident is that Nick Foligno is simply here to draw unnecessary penalties for the other team to draw to goad him into taking unnecessary penalties and not being able to score. Every other now I know how Leaf fans. Now I know how you felt now I know how you guys feel having Nick Ritchie, except he actually fucking scored in this past game. You're welcome for him, by the way. But we had Swayman in net, which I'm fine with, but at the same time, I feel like we've been giving him just a little bit too much work. We'd probably let Omar take a turn in net going against Thatcher Demko, and I will not lie, I will never understand why anyone would take the first name of Thatcher. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I sort of split my attention between it was sort of horror movie night with my friends, so I was sort of splitting my attention through like the second intermission. I was throughout the game up until like the second intermission or so, I was sort of splitting my attention to watching this game on a stream and watching A Nightmare on Elm Street. So and you know what? This game was not as scary as that movie, but it did still sort of feel like the Bruins were being dragged into their inside their bed and being turned into a fountain of blood. And freaking on several penalties that the Bruins were able to draw out of the Canucks. They almost had several shorthanded opportunities to take, and they gave up so many shorthanded opportunities. We almost, but eventually, after the big penalty that had a bunch of shorthanded opportunities get killed, that being Tyler Myers' penalty in the second period for interference, and Haula is taking the puck. Nobody's guarding him. He puts it in to put the Bruins up 1-2 Genjutsu, and he was just barely offsides. It's when he got the puck. So, nonetheless, he was offsides, so no goal. Unfortunate. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. But a little bit later, Brad Marchand also gets two in the box for interference, and I can't. The Bruins defense is awful. I do not like Brandon Carlo. He is a 6'5" tree. He is not that good at all. Oh, oh, oh. But will make that known a little bit later. But Christ, Brock Besser on this power play was beautiful. He getting an insane snipe from like just beyond the face-off circles to put Vancouver up 1-0 with no added genjutsu. But like it makes me sad because we could have had Brock Besser and Travis Konechny and Sebastian Aho and pretty much anybody else in that 2015 draft that came after Zachary Senyshyn. Okay, you want my opinion on it? The Bruins need to fire. Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney needs to. Needs to find someone willing to take DeBrusk for like a high second round pick, or a decent prospect, or some combination of the two, like a pick and a prospect. And he needs to do that, and then immediately get out of hockey operations. And the dude has just been nothing but trouble for us. Yes. Yes. And yeah, the game doesn't really start up until the third quarter, until the third period, where you get Lamico and freaking Miller both getting penalties. Is 15 sec, not 15 seconds, but but within a minute 15 of each other. And off the 5-on-3 face-off, Bergeron's able to take a pass from pretty much where Besser was when he got his power play goal, and he's able to make it on 1-1 and game in basically the same fashion. And just from there, it felt like the entire game just felt so disorganized and frantic. Like neither team wanted to lose this game so badly that they were both just giving away. They were both just frigging. Everything just looked sloppy. But and it all looked so sloppy that it was able to go to overtime. Brock Besser, he gets a bronze medal for trying to dangle the entire Bruins defense in front of the goal. Well, great job, Besser. I don't know if Connor McDavid is gonna try and give you a cease and desist letter for trying to imitate him, but definitely points for trying. And that's not an indictment on Brock Besser. I love Brock Besser, but you did it right in front of Swayman, and he was just like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But goes to a shootout, and I couldn't even see who got the second goal in for the Canucks. But Canucks take home the shootout 2-0, and as a result win 2-1. I'm disappointed in the Bruins for this one. I am very, very disappointed in the Bruins, not just because they tied to a team that was at the bottom of their division, but also just this team is just horribly incohesive, and trying to adhere to trying to fall back on failed pieces of our core, especially Carlo, is just not how it works. Mm, mm. I honestly thought they were gonna. mm, I honestly thought at the expansion draft if that they were gonna protect Wazon and let Carlo walk, but what the fuck do I know? I just make videos while incredibly sleep deprived. Mm. Looking out at the very first snow of the season. Happy happy December, everyone. Uh, I want to fucking die. Anyway, that is it for tonight's episode of Into the Den. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe if you really like. Down below is still down below is still the James Tebow GoFundMe, and tell your friends that like it's hilarious how the Bruin how every piece of the core that the Bruins have picked up in free agency has scored except for Nick Foligno, including the dude that including the dude that topped out at like 3 goals in a season.